Why broadcast? Broadcast can be complex. Economic, government, or regulation perspective is also taken into account. Social impact too, as it exposed to many people and can change a nation culture. Broadcast is not just a technology. While network security, NGN is concerning. Legacy network used by default is secure, while NGN is IP based on open protocols. Everyone knows, so it is not very secure. From previous video, we talked about how Convergence network can provide multiple platform of service. The enabler of this are digitalization of content, IP-based network, availability of high-speed broadband, availability of multimedia services, and high-speed mobile networks such as 4G, 5G, and beyond. All of this enabler brings convergence, broadcasting, and telecommunication. Telecommunication operator provides content other than telecommunication service. Broadcaster also provide content over IP network. What has changed in NGN era? The first thing is digital broadcasting enables a more efficient use of spectrum. The first picture here is an analog TV bandwidth that is huge, and this second picture is an analog TV bandwidth that is small, where the remainder is fit with new digital TV technology. As now, a spectrum can be combined into one full advantage, thus more efficient and more opportunities for new technologies. Then there is enabling a new audiovisual content providers, so many opportunities for content creator as an individual with many media. Third thing is content provider can offer services directly to all market without gatekeepers. So almost no limits this individual content creator to make content. The content provider helps with this to make anything can't hold them back. Fourth thing is government instruments to control broadcasting contents that are challenged by the new multi-platform. Sometimes people upload inappropriate videos. As a regulator, government should control these contents to be restricted. Final one is broadcasting not only becomes more competitive market, but also more international market. Nations, international, and worldwide can access content creators' content. Content creators can share to everyone with no limits. Many approach from different perspectives help develop content, as content is information diversities. The first thing we must know is scope of regulation. All must be regulated to keep in control. Scope definitions of broadcasting service bring NGN a new definition, as everything in every aspect changes, addressing a number of social and economic interests such as plurality, cultural diversity, national identity, standard of decency. Second thing is ensuring effective competition. In previous video, we talked about how competition can spark innovation or winning others. Equal access to content to provide competitive offers all people have same opportunities. For fairness, development of the appropriate technologies and services on the digital dividend spectrum to improve the quality of service, and government can start by educating consumers properly, reducing switching costs, simplifying bureaucracy for new player. The next thing is spectrum allocation. Government should allocate the digital dividend, like I said before. Public interest objective for content is next, where regulation should consider the changes in the supply of information and programming. Move from institutional supervision to system-based supervision. Audiovisual service offered by internet providers that simply host the content uploaded directly by users cannot be included in a possible definition of broadcasting service. Last is advertising. There were time frames and quotas. Advertainment in the traditional broadcasting, but those were not applicable for NGN since user can skip advertisement frames. Must carry regulation. Broadcaster must carry public service channels. It is to maintain the national channels and not being God. Moving on to the institutional environment. Every new developed technology needs institutional environment. There has traditionally been a distinction between broadcast and regulators and telecommunications regulators. Minimizing the number of regulators that an enterprise need to deal with is also important in order to minimize regulatory costs and reduce the potential for uncertainty and inconsistency. Regulators in broadcasting and telecommunication have had an important role in regulating dominant market positions. Convergence driven by NGN is clearly increasing the need for better horizontal coordination in regulation of the communication sector widely defined. Security is an important aspect in NGN since IP networks are experienced with attacks from internet, email, and applications. IP networks are prone to be attacked up until now. It is still an issue. Next is traditional circuit switches are usually designed as closed protocols in which users have a lesser amount of info on its structure and functioning. Contrary, NGN is IP-based, developed by open protocols. Because of that information, it is prone to be attacked. Next is security is essential for the industry to be reliable and competitive in the global market. A down network could impact the national economy. For instance, stocks will be down, creates domino effect, and will make the national level of economy. Social dimension of security. Consumers are becoming dependent on information systems. NGN should provide a reliable connection anytime and anywhere. After that is security threats affecting the converged infrastructure can arise from anywhere because of the borderless nature of IP networks, from inside the country, outside, literally everywhere. Ensuring an appropriate balance between civil liberties and security solutions, such as anonymity and freedom of expression. Last is the collaboration between international standard organizations such as ITU, ETSI, ISO, IETF, and 3GPP. Based on ITU Resolution X.805, there are 5 possible threats that can happen: destruction, corruption, removal, disclosure, and interruption. These are more threats